Hey everyone, it's Bree. I'm back with another scrapbook process video for the Shimmers Paints Color Kits team, and I'm going to be working with the all new, bigger and better January color kits. Now everything that I've got on my desk is included in this kit. There is a Vibes in Before Dawn, and exclusive to this kit, it's a Vibes, and it's called Into the Woods, and it's very shimmery and green and absolutely gorgeous and exclusive for this kit. There is a Shimmers in Sage Advice, which is also exclusive to this kit, a really pretty green. There is an Inklings in Sheer Bliss, a Creamies in For Sure, such a cute name for it, and then another exclusive, which is a Shimmers in Silver Fox. It also comes with this exclusive dot set. It's called Happy Day Dots, and it comes with 3 of them, as well as some journaling tags with a little baggie of these adorable buttons, and they are so fun and so colorful. I love them. And lastly, an exclusive cut file by Paige Evans that I have cut on some white cardstock by American Crafts. Now, I cut it once, and then I went ahead and offset it and cut out the inner pieces of the cut file because I knew that I wanted to paint on them or paint them using all of the colors from the kit. And I left them on my mat, that way it could help minimize the curling of the paper and warping. I didn't add any gesso, I just kept the cardstock exactly how it was and just started painting on it. And I love the look that it gave. Since it is textured cardstock, the texture did come through, and I love how it turned out. I basically offset it in Silhouette and did it this way, and cut it again because I let Silhouette do the work for me. I had every intention of backing the entire cut file using these painted pieces, and I thought it would be easier since it was not pretty intricate, but it was, the waves of the water and the trees and then the sun rays from the sun. To me, it would just be easier to do it this way instead of having to trim and trace and back the cut file that way. So what I've done, I have it super sped up because I am I'm just painting, and I cut a couple minutes out, but I kind of, for the most part, left all the painting in the video. I just sped it up a lot. So I have painted all my trees using the Vibes Into the Woods as well as the Sage Advice, and I did add some shading here and there, or I added some water. I just loosely painted it because I did want it to have some, somewhat texture. I didn't want it to be so flat. And that's what I've done as well for the water. I used I believe it was the Creamies For Sure, because that is like a really pretty silvery blue. And then I went in with some Vibes Frostbite from my stash, but that I also used it was also in the December kit. So I used that blue and I mixed it as well to help give the water extra different colors and variation, so it wasn't so flat. And then for the sun, I mainly just used the Inklings Sheer Bliss. It's a really, really pretty pale gold color, and I love it. For the snow, like the snow parts of the mountains, I just used, I think it was just silver, no, I can't remember. It must have been Silver Fox. And then, no, I'm sorry. It was Creamies For Sure. And then for the mountain, I did Silver Fox for the mountains, and then kind of mixed in a little bit of the For Sure. So yeah, you'll just see me painting everything and getting all my pieces painted, and then I'm going to wait for it to dry, and that way I can go ahead and start backing my cut file. Now, for the water, I wanted it to have a little more dark blue to it, so I pulled a colorings from my stash, and it's in Mama Sings the Blues. I just wanted my water to be a little more dark and stand out just a little bit more. So I did add about a layer of the Mama Sings the Blues to my water. And then I'm going to go in and add another layer to my clouds. And yeah, that helps create more shading after the original paint has dried, to go back in and add a few more layers of color. But I had so much fun painting all of these pieces. It was, I just put my show on and just went to town and got creative and added lots of color and shadow or shading, and I love how each piece came out. Now, obviously it looks like a mess here, but once I pull them off and start backing the cut file, it really all comes together, and you'll see that here in just a second. So all of my paint, or all my pieces have dried, and now I'm going to go ahead and start backing my cut file. I have learned that, you know, I normally use the Scotch tacky glue on all of my, not all, but on, you know, the majority of my layouts. But I find that it dries obviously really quickly. So I've been using my Tombow clear glue, and it allows me to have some wiggle room so I can, you know, put down a few cut files at a time, and, well, not cut files, but pieces at a time, so I can go in, and you'll see here, I don't think, I may have cut it out, but it doesn't dry as fast, and it just gives me a little bit more time to get everything together and to wiggle things around and not have to always, you know, cap my glue, uncap my glue, but I can leave it open, and it gives me just, you know, I don't have to rush so much. So yeah, so that's how it's looking so far. And, you know, since I did add liquid to a piece of paper, even though it was stuck down to my mat, you know, it did warp a little bit, so it's not completely flat. So I did have to kind of push things down and wait a few seconds for it to dry, and to help, you know, so that way it didn't like bubble up or anything. So I've just kind of shown you my progress here. I didn't show, you know, I didn't film or keep a lot of the footage in where I'm backing the whole entire thing. I just kind of, for the most part, just gave you little glimpses. That way I didn't bore you with having to back the cut file, since there are a lot of pieces. So I'm just filling in some gaps here and making sure everything's coming together, and I love how it turned out. So I am scrapbooking a photo of my oldest son, Noah, and this was taken, I believe, in 2008. We were visiting my in-laws up in Colorado, and he was playing in the snow. So I thought it was perfect for this cut file, because this cut file reminded me of mountains in Colorado, and I thought it was perfect. So I just went into an older photo album on my hard drive and printed this photo, and I thought it was so cute. So that's what I'm going to be using for my layout. I did add some white paint splatters to my trees to add some snow, and, you know, just to add a little something on, you know, the whole cut file to help break it up. And I've added the little journaling tag behind my photo. The pink paper that I've used, I went ahead and prepped it with some, or not prepped it, but I I splattered some white paint around it, and then I went in with the Vibes Before Dawn from the kit, and it's, you know, it's a black shimmery spray, so I added this black splatters as well as gold splatters using the Inklings Sheer Bliss, also in the kit. So I am going to go ahead and start working on embellishing and creating the rest of my layout. And here are the exclusive dots that come in the kit as well. And so when I saw, well, I'm working with some exclusive ephemera from my Hip Kit Club kit from, no, December. And I wanted to use this little ephemera piece that says "'Tis the season to be freezin'." And so it added a white and black element, as well as a white and black ribbon that I've, you know, strung through the journaling tag. So I thought it was perfect because it matched my shimmer's dots, and you know, just added a little bit more contrast. And that's why I had added the Vibes Before Dawn splatters as well, just to help tie in the whole black element that I had going on. And I absolutely love the final layout. I love the pops of the black that this layout has, and it was just so much fun to create. So I'm adding this cute little deer, and he's got some black elements to him. And as always, whenever I do add a dot to my layout, I love to add some tangled thread underneath it. Like I've said before, I like the texture that it gives, and I just think it's really cute when you layer it on top or underneath the dots. So I'm going to have two main embellishment clusters, where one where my photo is, and then another on the other side of the page. And I'm just keeping it, you know, for the most part, somewhat minimal. I just do the little snow globe and the snowman on the left-hand side and just add some bits and pieces. But yeah, like I said, this kit has a ton of stuff in it. It is jam-packed, and it is $29.95 plus shipping. And definitely snag yours before they're no longer available in the shop. I believe once the February kits go live on the 1st, I don't think the January kits will be available anymore. I'm not too sure, but snag them while you can, just in case that they decide to pull them, because they usually don't have them available. So I thought this another dot on the other side would go perfect, and it is a kind of like a hunter green, and it says hello, and it matches the paper that I've matted my photo on, and I love how that turned out. So I'm just embellishing with a few more other pieces and some snowflake stickers around, and then I'm going to go ahead and start adding my little buttons, and I'm kind of treating them as like sequins or like an enamel dot. They are tiny, and I've chosen the black, the white, and the peach ones because that's kind of like the colors that I've embellished with, you know, like the deer and the snowman's little hat, and then my background. So they matched perfectly. I did think about adding that bow, but it didn't make it. So yeah, that is about it. I don't think I do anything else. I will add some journaling off camera and add the date, but here's a little close-up of all the shimmer and shine of that cut file. I absolutely love it, and here is the final photo. Thank you so much for watching, commenting, and liking my videos. I really, really appreciate it. I'll have the links below to the January color kit, so definitely check it out. And don't forget to leave my name in the notes or comment section of your next order, and you'll receive a free gift. Thanks so much. Bye.